Hello, welcome everybody to Late Night with Rebel. I'm your host, That One Rebel, back again for another interview. Tonight's interview is 296. Can you believe that? Almost done 300 interviews. Jeez, I'm getting old over here. But hey, you know what? We got another good one tonight for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Just a quick reminder: if you have any questions, estimate questions in the chat. If you're ever wondering who the guest is, estimate guests in the chat. But without further ado, let's introduce our guest. Drum roll. Give a round of applause for Elara. Coming from behind the curtains. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Yeah, if you'd love to take a seat next to me.
Let me pull up my chair.
Of course. How you feeling tonight?
That I had canonically set in the right place, IRL and VR at the same time.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
That's immersion for you.
It's immersion. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited.
Of course. It's not every day I get to have a VTuber in the virtual world in VR, you know?
I know. It's very different, right? Like, even for me, like, coming into VR, I'm still getting used to it, like, all the time.
No, I feel that, you know, sometimes you just want to dip your toes in and kind of feel around and be like, well, this place is kind of sick, you know? You can be like, whoa, you know, I could be anything. I could be an elf girl, you know? I could be a Giga Chad, whatever you want.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have dimension.
Yeah, dimensions, yeah. But
I'm not used to having dimension at all. Like, especially as a live 2D, it's totally strange to me.
No, I gotcha. So Lara, how do you feeling tonight? You feeling good? You feeling happy, excited?
Oh, I'm always excited. I drink my Monster and like I have so much energy right now.
Snap.
So I'm about to explode. I get
you. So obviously I'm gonna ask a bunch of questions here. Feel free to answer them, obviously, you know, as much as you can. So one of the first questions we ask is like, tell us more a bit more about yourself. So obviously you're an elf girl, but like there's a story behind that. Apparently your name is from like Jupiter or something like that, or are you from the stars? Like, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So, oh, absolutely. So, well, my name is Elara. I am a elf from the stars. Lara is actually a moon. I can't remember exactly what planet it's from. But it actually is a moon from a planet. And funny enough, it's actually my middle name, like actually.
Whoa.
So it really means a lot to me.
Okay.
Using Elara like every day as part of like my persona.
Okay. That's interesting. So how long have you been VTubing for?
Oh gosh, I'll be VTubing for 2 years coming up in August actually. So I'm getting pretty close to 2 years.
Okay. How'd you end up like becoming a VTuber? Like, was there a process where you like, was it just something like, I want to do that? Like, that's me, you know? Like, how'd you get like want to be, you know, get into it?
Yeah. No, it definitely wasn't like a like spur of the moment thing. I remember during mostly during COVID actually, we were all stuck inside, right?
Yeah,
so
of course.
I was watching a lot more like media. Before I became full-time content creator, I was actually a video editor. So I've been very involved with media my entire life. At least like in my like former professional career. And I used to really love watching creators like Zentrea. And I remember when Vienna debuted, and oh my god, like I just fell in love with all of it, and I was like, you know what, this is something that I want to do. So I spent about 8 months kind of getting everything together, like slowly. Even back when I debuted in August 2021, like it's not cheap, right? It wasn't cheap even then, so it was a lot to kind of save up for and get going. But yeah, that's how I decided to become a VTuber.
Makes sense. So you mentioned like Vienna and Zentrea, like So I don't know if you knew this, but Zentrea actually played VR Chat 5 years ago. I was there, and we used to roleplay. That was a long
Yeah.
time ago, though.
Wait, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, I met them a
That's
long
so
time
cool.
ago. Yeah, I interviewed them like 3 years ago, like 3.5 years ago, when I was a baby interviewer.
Wow, that is so cool. I recently got to collab with her for her birthday, and it was
Oh, nice.
really awesome. Yeah, she's so sweet. She's very sweet. It was really, really nice.
That's awesome. So, so what you're saying is you watch like their debuts, you watch their streams, and you're like, I want to do that. Like I want to be just like them. You know?
A little bit, like I think what really inspired me a lot was once I kind of got into VTubing and I spent more time like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that there was not a lot of like guidance or tutorials or things like that.
Yeah.
Like even I'm sure you know, like even because you've been in VR chat for a long time.
Yeah, I'm
A
an
lot
old
of
man.
it is like just kind of you learned it. There's no guides. There's no anything
Yeah.
kind of like helping you figure out how to do things.
Yeah.
And so that really inspired me to start kind of doing that in the VTuber space, is providing a lot of those guides, creating tutorials, things like that. So if somebody wants to get into VTubing like I did, it's not just like you're jumping into a pool and trying to swim and figure out what the heck you're doing. There's at least a little bit of help.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you're right. Like getting into VR chat, I didn't know anything. Like back when I started, like people didn't even have avatars like this. Like everyone just looked like Bart Simpson, literally. I'm not even joking. Like it was either Spider-Man or Batman. Like there's like no anime, and if you're an anime character, you're really like Hatsumiku. Like that was it. Like Hatsumiku, red hair.
Right.
Like that was it. And then years later, now we have all these crazy avatars. So, you know, and it was word of mouth. You know, people didn't know how to do things. I remember one guy figured out how to like add like thigh physics where you touch like your thighs in the game, like it jiggles, and people are like, whoa, like people are going like crazy over that, or you know, jiggle physics in
That's
general.
hilarious.
Yeah, it only takes one genius
hilarious.
to figure something out, and everyone's like, I need that, I want the jiggles. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trust me, everybody wants the jiggles, especially
Of
in
course,
VR.
of course.
Even in live 2D.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
wants the jiggles.
Yeah, it's called JPS, jiggles per second. You know, it's very, very important.
I need to up my jiggles per second. All right.
Exactly,
I need to go to
exactly.
my rigger and be like, hey, we need to up our JPS.
Yeah, the
He'll probably
JPS.
know exactly what I'm talking about too.
Yeah, the JPS. I get you. So what got you actually interested in VR and 3D? Like, as a live 2D person, like, what like, you know, possessed you to be like, wait, I gotta be in VR. I gotta have a 3D model. Like, how did that journey happen for you? Which you said has only been like 2 months.
Yeah, I know a lot of people in the VTuber space like don't really get into the VR stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're very separated, which is strange to me because I
Yep.
feel like, at least in my perception, there's a lot of synergy. So, really, again, like loving Centrea so much, I've always loved 3D, and it just was always kind of like out of my price range, if that makes sense. But once I started kind of doing my live 2D, and you know, I built a community. Everybody was so gracious and helped me, you know, fund everything. And so it's always been like my checklist. Like I always wanted to do 3D because I feel like it's so much more interactive. I feel like I can actually like, you know, have that like engagement with my audience a little bit more, getting to like actually wave at them and say hello, or, you know, walking back and forth with dimension from a camera. So if to me, it was more like adding to my repertoire of, hey, not only can I do live 2D, but this is something extra that I can do that not only my audience will enjoy, but I can create new content as well.
Oh, absolutely. Like 3D, I mean, you can literally kiss the camera. You could do anything. You can dance. You can wiggle around. You can also meet like, you know, viewers and fans and people for community and physically like hug them and stuff. I mean, you know, VR is the future. I'm surprised not as many VTubers are like, nah. I'm like, come on, man. You can really look down and be like, I have huge personalities. I mean, shit. Like, what, you know?
used to see my feet anyway, so this
true.
This is nothing new to me.
True.
Like, you know.
Listen, you know what that is, right? It's called TWS.
It is what it is.
It's called thick waifu syndrome. It's when you're so thick you can't see your own feet. It's true and real. I have it, and I suffer every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's fair. Well, I definitely have thick waifu syndrome for sure.
Oh,
I think I need to get a prescription for it or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's contagious. Sometimes you hang out with your friends, and one day they load into the game, and you're like, "Damn, did you get more thick?" And they're like, "Nah, dog." And then they're like up to here, and you're like, "Whoa, what happened?" It's just contagious.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be thick. It just happens. But what can you tell me about?
Absolutely. Well, that's the beauty of VR.
Yeah. What can you tell me about your outfit specifically? Like, where'd you come with the design for this? Like, it looks really, really cool. I've never seen something like that before.
Yeah, thank you. Well, really, I have to give it to my art papa. He's the one that really, created this. I worked with him through the whole process, but really, we wanted something that was kind of like Legend of Zelda inspired.
Yeah.
Our thought process was like, hey, like an everyday like elf that might be in Hyrule, but maybe like more in like a fantasy like Genshin type world. And so that's kind of really like where everything came from. And I know a lot of like, I mean, you can even see here on my neck right here, I have like a Triforce kind of jewel, just kind of like as an ode to Legend of Zelda, because I really loved Legend of Zelda. Yeah, you can get a little, get a good look of all this right here.
Yeah, he's trying. The cameraman's getting the close-ups.
Yeah.
He's good.
It's okay. I'm used to it. The camera's constantly looking there anyway. Like there's nothing new there.
True.
But while I got you here, actually, one thing that I really love too is Nightmare Before Christmas, and so my papa was able to kind of work it in. On the design of my gauntlets, you can see there's little ghosties. It might be a little hard to see from there, but there's little ghosties on it, and it's kind of throughout my whole costume. Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Very
nice.
well hidden. Very small. Very
hey,
small
attention to detail, Makes sense. Makes
absolutely.
sense. Awesome. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
really
that's kind of how we came up with everything.
Yeah. Do you have other outfits, or is it just the one? Like, I know in 2D, I think you have multiple.
I only have this one. This is my So when I started getting into the process of 3D, my papa, my live 2D papa, he had not created my 2.0 yet. So I will be doing my 2.0 model later this year on 3D. So I will have some new outfits. They're coming. This will just kind of like to start the journey in 3D.
Oh heck yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing, like, I've just never seen, like, this is really nice design, honestly, like, from, like, having your 2D model and turning into a 3D model, it's, like, 1-to-1, Like, I always say this to a lot of people whenever I go to parties or events, I don't know if you do, but, like, everybody has nameplates on. I always want to, like, play the game without nameplates. Like, I don't need to, like, have a nameplate to be like, oh, that's Elara, Like, no, like, I know that's you because of the way you look,
I appreciate that. My 3D modeler worked very, very hard to make sure that we brought more of that live 2D kind of look into the 3D world. So I really have to give him so much credit. His name is Bear Festival. He's incredible. He did an amazing, amazing job. So,
of course,
he was able to add a lot of just those really small details from like even like the pink like kind of shading that you would see on the sides. Kind of like under on the side right here, you can see things too, and even just the hair shading. That's something that I think was probably really difficult. Like, I can't imagine that it's very easy to do.
It takes a lot of work to make a nice 3D model, especially because it's moving like in a 3D space. So sometimes it can be very difficult. I don't make models, but I've talked to a lot of modelers, and I also run a showcase where I have 63 modelers. Showing off their avatars. So.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're very used to it.
Oh yeah, they show me all they're like, yep, there's issues here. They stress out a lot about a lot of stuff, but I mean, once a good time, and they get to show off their avatars and people buy them, then it's a good time. Yeah. So, what have
I
you?
want to see if I can
Oh, go ahead.
adjust this a little second here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. That way I can kind of actually sit in the seat for you. There we go. That's a little better.
That's okay. You know, it is what it is. You know. Like I said,
Yeah,
there's always
we're floating.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
floating.
yeah, yeah. Just say it's you're. I mean, you're an elf. You got powers. You know. It don't matter to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's always in the future,
Exactly,
like I
elf
said, we can
powers.
hook you up with advanced settings so you can have access or not sorry, so you can have play space mover and you can do this type of stuff. You know, it's very nice for VR.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to say this is what I love about VR, like, and just the community in general. Like, I learned something new today, even just hanging out with you about that, right? So,
Yeah.
every day's a learning opportunity.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting tools. The other thing that people use is Exos Overlay. That allows you to like see chat and stuff like that, or like pop up menus and stuff like that. Though it's a paid thing, you have to pay like $10 or something like that for it. But
yeah,
it's worth it.
I use the toolkit thing. It's very worth it. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the Over toolkit. Yeah,
it's a lifesaver.
Yeah, it's either that. Either you have
I can
Exos
imagine,
Overlay
like,
or
trying to
toolkit.
do everything.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, back then we
Yeah, I
didn't
can
have this
imagine.
stuff. Back then we didn't have any of this stuff. You just had to like be like, yo, what chat say? Take off headset. Yo, you guys like the content, bro?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I can't
that
imagine.
was like
I
5 years
cannot
ago.
imagine.
Yeah, yeah. We were in the Stone Ages back then. Now
Yeah,
we
I
got
get-
all these monitors and menus. It's a good time. So what have you seen in VR? Like, have you done any spooky maps, adventure maps, any crazy adventures, amusement
Oh my god,
parks?
no. I'm not doing spoopy map.
Oh,
No
not-
spoopy. I don't like
no
scary,
spooky,
but-
not even with me. I'll be the tour guide. I'll be like, look, that's just a spooky monster.
Oh
Don't
my
worry about
god.
it.
I don't know.
Listen,
I
you
don't
can
like
punch the
scary-
monster. You
I
can be
can't-
like, bah, bah, bah. You know, just be like, yo, get out of here, bro. You slap him around a little bit.
I think I'd be too busy running, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I kind of had like a weird experience in my first like
Okay.
VR stuff. One of my friends brought me in, and apparently this is like a notorious map that they don't even make anymore. Like they banned it or something. It was a Flappy Bird, so you had to like flap
Oh.
to like move around in it. It was
yeah.
really weird and
I remember that. I
disorienting.
played that one, yeah. I know about it.
Yeah, it was weird. But the first thing I did, I think I went to a lot of worlds for actually games that I like. Like I went to like Kingdom Hearts. I went to like Nier Automata.
Yeah.
All like Sonic worlds. I went and looked at avatars. I just spent a lot of time just kind of getting used to the game before I like pulled my model in and like really got used to everything.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Not everything has to be spooky, you know. There's a lot of game modes. You can play, like, Murder 4. You know, you can play stuff like that. You can play a Prison Break. You have to have a lot of friends, though. Like, a lot of people to play those things with. You can play, like, Battle Disc, which is like Tron, where you throw, you know, you throw, like, little frisbees at people and you have to dodge them.
Oh, that's cool.
Or you can play Light Cycle Arena, which is literally Tron, where you get the bike and you literally zoom around and it creates like the barrier behind you. If you touch someone's barrier, you blow up. Literally like Tron.
Oh, that's so cool. I played like a Mario Kart one, which was pretty fun.
Oh yeah. There's Mario Kart.
And I'm
yeah.
into like various like, like arcades and, you know, like other like bars and things like that. So I really want to do something with my community, like where we can all like kind of like hang out in a place and, you know, like play some
Mingle.
games or things like that, or just even like with other VTubers, like
Yeah.
have a space to hang out.
There's the arcade. I think I saw you streaming it a few days ago. It's the big yeah. So that arcade has a lot of like the game modes in it that you're talking about. Like it has like a Flappy Bird thing you have in there. There's what else? There's a video player. There's you can like skate on like and collect pizzas to get money, and then you can make your own like docky, like you know, you can do a bunch of stuff like body pillows. Yeah. So that world has a lot of like what's called prefabs.
That's the exact one I went to.
Yeah. So prefabs are things that are like someone's created and they just sort of put in the world. You can play pool, you know, stuff like that. A lot of cool stuff in VR chat you can do. But maybe one day you'll get to the spooky maps. You got to play the Smiler Room and Devouring, you know, or just make it a big goal, you know, just be like, hey guys, you know, next Biddy-thon, we'll play Devouring, bro, you know.
Oh my god. I already played by the way, I'm a horrible cook. I played a cooking simulator in VR and it was horrible.
Oh, the kitchen
Like
thing?
everything kept falling. Yes, it was so hard.
Oh
I was
man.
so bad at it. I was so
You know,
bad.
there's a versus mode in VR chat you can play where you can fight like versus your friends and you have to like make meals and fight like your community, you know? Like who's the better cook?
Oh my god, my community's winning. It's down.
You just got, what do you mean? You just gotta distract them when you're in VR. You can just be like, oh, I dropped the cheese, my bad. And, you know, then they'll get distracted, you know?
Exactly. Okay. We'll see what happens. I gotta challenge myself and get through these scary games first, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, the spooky games. Yeah, the smile room. I don't think the smile room's that bad, but you know, I guess I'm just desensitized to like VR chat spooky stuff. So, to me, it's kind of just whatever. You know, I kind of just deal with it. Some of it's not that hard. Like some of it's like hide and seek and things like that. But spooky monster chat gets you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay away from that as much as possible. But I did put some goals in my biddy-thon to like play some scary games. Since I know my community would love that, so I might play the new Five Nights at Freddy's. That's it. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's VR. Help Wanted 2.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yep.
I
love it.
That's the one
Five Nights at
game.
Freddy's
No,
fan.
that's the one game that like actually scares me. Okay, you don't understand. Like 3 years ago, I played the first one, and I never played Five Nights at Freddy's before. Didn't know anything about the game. Didn't even watch anyone ever play. So I don't know anything. I went in blind. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. So I go in there. I'm playing the VR version, and I'm like, "What's going on, man? Whoa." Oh man, they're coming to get me. I close the doors. I'm like, I'm safe in here. And then I see the power go like, I'm like, oh no, what the? And then I get and I had a heart rate monitor on. My heart rate went to 180. And I was like, yeah, I'm playing this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was dying.
Yeah.
I was about to have a heart attack.
It's not worth the heart attack.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it for
hilarious.
my birthday, which is in like 20 days. So maybe I'll play it again for a subathon or something.
Let's go.
I'm like, hey guys, want to see me almost have a heart attack? Let's play Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah.
Live heart attack on stream. Let's go.
Yeah. There's a lot of interesting avatars in VR chat. There's Five Nights at Freddy's Worlds in VR chat. And someone like a friend named Cal, Cryptia Curves, and they recreated all the Five Nights at Freddy's girls, but they're all like thick and like sexy, so it's not as scary, you know, when they're like hot dummy mommies. So, you know, I would play that in a heartbeat. You know, just have a bunch of dummy mommies chasing you. It'd be a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd have a problem with that either. Like, that sounds pretty great to me.
Exactly. So, how did you get into video editing as a career?
Oh my gosh, actually, I got hired straight out of high school, so which was very strange. So I ended up doing a lot of video editing kind of like stuff in my school classes, and I ended up doing some stuff for some of my projects, and actually, my school ended up asking me to do a lot of work, and it's just, I guess it's just something I really like had a knack for, and I ended up, I remember when I was 17, my dad is like, he's like a music, I guess a producer is the best word for it. He does like a lot of mixing and things like that. But anyway, he introduced me to somebody and I showed them some of my work. And I ended up, they hired me like immediately after I graduated.
Damn.
I started working for them. It was a salary job, like, yeah, it was very crazy. And I thought about going to school, but I said, you know, everything that I wanted to learn or do, I can kind of learn on the job. So I decided not to go to school, and I just, you know, did the video editing for this company. I worked for them for 4 years, and they were really sad when I left because I was like, yeah, you know, I'm leaving, and I didn't tell them I was like full-time content creating, and they were really sad to like see me go. It was sad, but I'm really glad to be doing this now full-time instead.
Yeah, it makes sense. You know, they'll never know. They'll never know you became an elf girl. You know, and they'll never know.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's always so funny. Like, when people ask me what I do, I'm just like, oh, well, I'm a content creator, and they're like, oh, like, are you a YouTuber? Like, what do you do? And
TikTok.
I'm like, next question.
Yeah,
next
yeah.
question.
No, I just tell people, like, I literally had to, like, do a bunch of taxes and do some stuff in my bank. And it's just like, what do you do? I just say I'm a broadcaster. And they're like, oh, okay. And then and then my neighbor asks me, he's like, what do you, like, I never see you leave the house. Like, what do you do? And I just say, I work from home. And I was like, oh, what do you do? I just say I work for Amazon. It's not a lie. I mean, Twitch is owned by Amazon, so I'm not lying. Like, I just work for Amazon.
That's true.
So I just say I just say I work for Amazon. They're like, oh, so like, what do you do? I say I pick orders for people, and they're like, oh, okay. And then the conversation stops. Like, they don't. I could say I'm a broadcaster.
Do, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm picking orders from the chat. You know, they ordering me around.
Yeah.
It's not wrong. You know, so
exactly.
Exactly.
I actually, when I had to do my taxes, they had a hard time like trying to like define what I did. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But they were struggling with it, and so they actually ended up putting my occupation as gamer. So I'm officially by the U.S. government a gamer. That's right.
Yo, I'm a gamer.
My occupation is gamer. I'm a gamer. Let's go.
I just say I'm self-employed. And then I'm a broadcaster, a self-employed broadcaster, entertainer. I think that's what I put in my taxes.
That's perfect too.
And I have an accountant.
I mean, that works
so
just as well.
They just do they're the one that does all the paperwork. I just give them the monies, and they haven't had any issues.
Exactly.
So far. Yeah, it's good. You know, do your taxes, gamers. Do your taxes. It's important. Unless you want the IRS to show up and take away your VTuber model.
They will find you.
Yeah, they'll find you. They'll find you and take away your model and put you in jail. No more VTubers.
It's true.
Yeah, real and true. Yeah.
I know. Well, I joke don't do taxes on my stream, but since this is Rebel stream, actually do your taxes.
Of course, it's important. Yeah, I do my taxes every year. Though I hate when I owe them money, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's definitely the worst.
Yeah. Anyway, so what is VTuber Academia, as I pronounced that, and how has the constellations been going?
Academia.
Academia, sorry. It's like My Hero Academia. Ah, of course.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I'm stupid. Don't worry about it.
It's a weird word. It's a weird word.
Yeah.
So VTuber Academia is basically like when I started, when I was mentioning to you earlier, there kind of wasn't any guides or any things like that.
Yeah.
So I started something where it was, it's something that I do all the time now. I release like guides, on my YouTube for people that need help. But also I do like paid consultations. So, I really help lots of other streamers, you know, work with their content and help them get to know, kind of like their obstacles and things like that. And, you know, we come up with a plan, and I just help people in various ways with all their type of content. So, honestly, it's going crazy. I never expected VTuber Academia to like blow up like it did.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just was like this huge thing. So it's a huge reason why I'm able to content create full time. But it's been great. I love it. I love helping people, and you know, it's a core why like I create my content that I do.
Do you have a lot of like success stories, like in terms of a lot of like up and coming VTubers, and then they get your advice, and then they might become the next big thing? You never know.
Yeah, there's one in particular that comes to mind.
Okay.
She came to me when she first started.
Yeah.
And she's actually, if you go look at my VTuber Academia page, I think she's like the third one down. She's a Japanese VTuber.
Okay.
And she came to me, she just said, hey, I don't know how to start. And we got her started, and she wanted to do ASMR.
Oh, nice.
So I started getting into some ASMR people, and kind of, because I'm not an expert at ASMR by any means, but I got to her some information. We set her up, and she got partnered within 2 months.
Oh,
so,
nice.
she really like just immediately took off.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she got partnered on her YouTube. Yeah, like she very, very successful. So.
Oh my god. It's all about the ASMR. Yo, you can do ASMR in VR. You know, you make
I know.
360 degrees videos. No one does it. I'll tell you right now, whoever's watching right now, be in VR and do 360 videos. You can record it in VR chat, and then you be the next one. You can like literally like lick their ear or whatever, and you know, you get a million views. I'm just saying.
ASMR is I feel like ASMR is a really easy way to get a lot of traction very quickly. It's not very difficult to get started. Like you can be very creative with it. A lot of people want to watch it just because you know, they can just tune into it, leave it on in the background. So it's a great way. Like I call it like a cheat sheet to partnership, but honestly, like if you want like high viewership, ASMR is a wonderful way to go.
Oh man, should I do ASMR? I used to years ago, but not unintentionally. I used to live with my parents, and then I couldn't stream at night, so I had to whisper, like ASMR. I was like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
Oh my God, you might need to go back to ASMR. I'm telling you, it's really good.
Yeah, I'll look the microphone a little bit, and everybody will start subscribing. It'll be good at the time.
It's kind of hard though. Like, you have to have certain like you have to have like certain things, right? Like you have to have like certain microphones, and you do have to have like a certain setup, like because your mic is so hot and loud all the time that you know you really do have to have something in place for it. But once you kind of get like going on it and have like normal sessions, I feel like ASMR is a wonderful way to go.
I could do like ASMR, like rating every potato chip. I'd be like, this is the Lay's potato chip. I'm sort of like...
yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just
crunch.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like,
that'd be wonderful.
That crunch, dude.
Potato ASMR crunch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of little things you can do. So what's your favorite part about helping other VTubers?
Honestly, I feel like seeing them be successful was what makes me the happiest. Like,
okay.
Even though I've had like my own successes, I have so many other people I've worked with that are like 4 to 5 times more successful than I am. And honestly, I love that. I think it's so great to see other people thrive and do what they want to do, especially like with their passion, right? Like VTubing is a passion. It's not easy. It's not something that, you know, when you get started that you're going to make a lot of money off of. Like, it's truly a passion project.
Of course.
And so seeing people get to do that at like their passion and do it for what they love doing as their, you know, income source, they can live off that. I think that's so rewarding to see people grow. So that's why I love VTuber Academia, and that's why I love helping people. Like, nothing makes my day more than when people come into my my Twitch chat and they're like, hey, you know, I watched one of your videos. Thank you so much. Like, I learned this thing and it was really helpful. Like, just those little tiny things mean so much to me.
Well, absolutely. Do you have any favorite like collaborations you've done in the past with other VTubers? 2D or 3D?
Oh my gosh. Gosh, it's so hard to say because I mean, I run my own thing. It's called Tea Time Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, gosh. So I have people on a lot too, and we hang out, we just chat. I guess I would say 2 of them. Like, of course, I hang out with Zentrea was like always one of my biggest things, so that was amazing to me. You know, honestly, I think hanging out with Takahata was really cool too. Takahata is an amazing creator. And just getting to like talk with him for a while and hang out, it was really great. The first time I hung out with him in particular was just really special. He made me feel so like included. And at the time I really was kind of like a nobody. So for him to like kind of like put himself out there like that, to like take a chance on me, really meant a lot.
Oh, I interviewed him like, I don't know, like a year and a half, 2 years ago or something like that, over Discord, a long time ago. Yeah, nice guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was telling me
he's great.
He was telling me one day he'll get into 3D. He had a model from the same creator that made mine, JJ. Don't know if you ever did get into VR.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I remember he's been popping off. Everybody's been part of his the Weary 101 bar. I think you were on a few days ago.
Yeah,
I was doing my research. I looked. I saw. You know.
Yeah, I was there. That's true. I was there.
Yeah. So You had like a form where you had like black hair. Like what's the deal with that? Is like your evil twin?
Oh my God. So okay, that actually ended up being something that was like a joke.
Okay.
So when I did, in part of my lore, my sister is evil. So like,
Oh,
when I
snap.
needed to make like a joke model to represent her, and so I made one with black hair, and everybody thought it was so funny. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make more like of a goth persona one because like I'm goth IRL, and
Oh, nice.
I really love the fashion. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make like more of a goth form. And like I don't know what happened, but everybody went like crazy. They were like loved it. And so I kind of like started like doing a little bit more of it. And then eventually now it's later this year I'm gonna be debuting like a dedicated like new goth model with clothing and everything.
Oh,
So
nice.
new like hair, like it's gonna be amazing. I'm super excited. So it just grew into like this really like kind of tiny thing into something super huge.
Oh, heck yeah. You mentioned doing your tea time, which is a question I was going to ask later, but might as well do it now. So you do this tea time every Thursday. How
Yeah.
did that come about? It's like a podcast.
Yeah, honestly, I really wanted to just hang out with some other VTubers and do some collaboration. And really, when I created it at the time, there wasn't really anything like it besides what Takahata was doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you know what? I want to do something where we just get into space and we just hang out. And a lot of people kind of do the one-on-one, but my idea was to kind of do it a little differently. It's like get 3 VTubers that maybe kind of know each other a little bit or even don't know each other at all. Pick them in a room and just see what happens. And that's kind of where Tea Time came from. And I did it every week for like a year. And I met so many awesome people. I made so many friends from it. And now it's just become like a big staple as part of my channel.
No, I feel that vibe. Like you said, Takahata has like the bar, and I've seen a lot of people do like the bar idea, and since he's started popping off of it, and it's definitely different, you know, have like a tea time. I thought about when I debuted as a 2D, I was gonna have like a couch, like that couch next to you. I was gonna have something like that, and it's gonna be like a couch like thing where I just sit in the couch, and then I have 2 dummy mommies on the other side of me, and you know, I just get squished, and it'll be a good time. So.
Yeah, sounds like a great time to me.
Exactly.
Can we go right now? Like,
shit, I mean, you know, we can arrange that. You know, that's the after party show. You know what I mean? The after show. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Yeah. Get the dummy mommies. Yeah. Because I wanted to have multiple sets. Like, I wanted to have one where it's like this, where like, you know, on the, you know, just literally like the TV. Like, literally, I'm here, you're there. Boom, interview. Then it's gonna have a set where it's just me sitting, like just chatting, and then I'm gonna have the couch. So then I can invite a bunch of other VTubers just to hang out, not an interview, just like let's shoot the shit, you know, talk about whatever, you know, like the hot seat. I don't know what I'll call it.
I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I just need to figure out the names of like when I call these sets, and then get them drawn and created, and then get going on that stuff. Because I was trying to look up like who else does like interviews as a VTuber, like. I couldn't, like, I don't know, maybe I didn't look hard enough, but I couldn't really find anyone besides, like, Aaron Mouse with, like, Speak of the Devil. I was like, damn, there's nobody, like, VTubers that interview people? What's going on?
I think the biggest ones that come to mind are really, like, at least for, like, Live 2D, like, Iron Mouse, Takahata, obviously.
The bar.
And I think Roy Chiato.
Oh yeah, I know Roy.
He's another one that he kind of took a break. I think you know Roy, but now that he's back, I'm sure he's going to be doing those again. So
that's
he's
crazy.
Another one that comes to mind.
That's crazy if you think about it. Like all these VTubers, man. You know what? I'll be the one. Listen, you saw my 2D like character sheet. I'm literally an interviewer. I literally have the whole get up. You know. So that'll be my shtick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It'd be a good
you can
time.
definitely do it, and I know a lot of people would love to come to your show, especially since like most everything's like live 2D and not like VR. So
absolutely, I'll have infinite amount of guests, and a lot of VTubers can talk about their lore for like 10,000 hours. So it'd be a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we have enough of it to share with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I could write. Yeah, it'd be a 2-hour. It'd be like a full-length movie, and I'll just be sitting there nodding my head, and I'll be like, yeah. I'm like, oh, but what happened next?
I
You
mean,
killed
mine's
that
pretty
guy?
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's pretty simple, but some people's is like so like intense. Like it's like novels worth of like
Of
lore, which
course.
there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like it's very different, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, everybody's different, you know. My lore is interesting. I wasn't always a hot anime girl, you know. I was a dude once, and then I went on this grand crusade to get all these anime waifus in VR, and then I got them, and then they betrayed me and turned me into one of them, an anime waifu, and I suffer every day. Suffer in quotations, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm
Gosh,
suffering.
trust me, I'm suffering too.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is.
telling you, TWS is real.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
suffering.
When I look down, I can't see my feet anymore. It's terrible. I can't tie my shoes. I have to find some, you know, helpful.
Well, welcome to my life. Let me tell you.
Yeah. I have to
how
find
many corners I
yeah.
bumped trying to turn.
Oh, absolutely. I have to find like a tier 3 sub to tie my shoes. You know, it's a good time. I mean, it's a terrible time. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, I pity the man. You know.
Oh man, tier 3 subs. Oh.
I know. Anyone want to subscribe right now? To I'm just saying, you know, help out your local anime waifus of TWS. But anyway, next question is: do you have any future projects you want to tell us about that you're working on right now?
Ooh, future projects. Yes. So this summer, I'm actually, if you don't know, I'm a huge Super Smash Bros. Player. So.
Oh yeah, I was gonna.
I used to play.
Yeah.
I used to play a little bit competitively.
Oh snap.
And so now I do a thing every summer.
Yeah.
It's called Super Smash Summer, so this will obviously be the second one. And we do like tournaments. We do like weekly hangouts. I do giveaways like every day on Sunday when we have our like big Smash Day.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something like super big that's coming up. I'm very excited about. Gosh, what else? I mean, really, just I have. This sounds insane, but I have 3 model debuts coming up this year.
What
and we're
the?
only like halfway through the year. I have 3 model debuts.
Damn! What the heck, bro? I barely got one. What the heck?
I didn't mean for that to happen. Like, I really did not. I thought it was gonna be like way less, and then just somehow,
Yeah.
it ended up being 3 models, and I'm like,
Damn.
okay, well. I guess it is what it is. Like,
you mean like 2D or 3D or what are you debuting?
1 3D and 2 live 2D.
Oh my god, damn! I barely can function to have one. I mean, geez, I do have multiple outfits, but you know. Yeah.
Trust me, this was not intended by any means. But it just kind of happened, and yeah, I'm really excited. So a lot going on, at least with that.
Oh heck yeah! I mean, I'll W as a 2D person at some point. I just gotta get the model and then get the background. And I'm Gucci. I don't have a date, not yet, because I don't want to stress out people and be like, I need it tomorrow. You know, I need it, you know, when the time comes.
Right.
But definitely excited.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's better that way.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to stress people out. I'm just like within a reasonable amount of time. Like I talked to a background artist. They were very busy. I said, within the year, like 2023, can you get it done? They're like, yeah, probably. I was like, yeah, let's go. So now I just got to find like,
let's go.
I just got to find a modeler and a rigger, and then boom, you know, and then we're Gucci. Then I can be in the 2D space, you know, and then I could be like, yo, I'm in 3D too. You want to come hang out, be in the jacuzzi with me, and then, you know, maybe we'll convince some VTubers to hop around, you know. We'll see.
Finding stuff for you know, live 2D, it can be so difficult these days. Like,
yeah.
Really, like finding a rigger and artist. Everybody wants to be a VTuber, so everybody's so busy.
Yeah, that's true. I do agree. Yeah, it's tough for me because a lot of people are like, "Well, I'm busy until like September, dog," and I'm like, "Oh man." So like, you know, I kind of just have to. It's almost like you have to like bookmark like 50 people and then check them like every day. Yo, are you free now?
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true.
That's how it be until I get a model. And then like the biggest decision is like finding an artist that like you want to represent you, because like you can't like get a do-over. You can't just be like, oh, I didn't really like your art style. You know, you can't just refund. Like you got to pick one person and stick with it, and then use that model for who knows years to come. You know, it's a big deal.
It is like, yeah, it literally, like when we say mama and papa, like it's true, because if you want anything done, maybe not assets, but if you want anything done, like you have to go to them. It is like you cannot go to a different artist because it will just not be the same.
That's right. It's the same with VR chat. Like once you pick a modeler for an avatar or world, it's very hard to like give an asset to somebody else, because a lot of people have their own way of developing things and making things, whether 2D or 3D. So a lot of people are like, hey, I can't touch this, dog. I didn't make it, so I don't know how it's set up properly. So yeah.
Exactly.
No, I feel that. It's gonna be an exciting time. We're coming up on the 1 hour mark, which means we're gonna have to take a commercial break for a couple minutes. But you know, don't worry.
Break.
Yeah,
Let's
commercial
go.
break. This is just for Jeff Bezos from Amazon to we play some ads. You know, 3 minutes of Twitch ads. You know, keeps them happy, and then you know, like good stuff. We'll have an also actual commercial in the world. So give me a moment to do that. Can you
No, you're totally fine.
Yeah, you can put the camera not on me so I don't fall around like this. There you go, thank you. So we're gonna play a commercial ad real quick. So let me do that. It's only 3 minutes. I also have a little ad read right after, so we'll be Gucci. So let me play this ad in a sec here.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go fix something really quick.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, can you put the camera back on me? Please and thank you. Thank you. So, this ad is by Gray. She creates avatars which are all available as shown in this trailer. Check out our Gumroad at smallgray.gumroad.com. Thank you to all my patrons for supporting me, and if you like an ad or to support me, consider Twitch subscribing or using your Prime Gaming sub. Hey, it's a new month. It's June. My Patreon is patreon.com/ThatOneRebel, so, you know, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you all, everybody, for the follows tonight. Since we're taking a little break for another minute or two, thank you so much, everybody, for the follows. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, let's mention my questions in the chat. Let's mention my guests to know who we're interviewing tonight. Yeah, thank you so much. Everybody, it's been a wonderful time, and we still have quite a few questions to go through, and then we're gonna take questions from the chat, the audience, you know, all that stuff. So I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody for stopping by or hanging out tonight. Like, we actually have a lot of people in the audience tonight, which I'm really happy about. So appreciate it. Shout out to everybody out there. You can cheer, you can yell, make yourself known. Oh, heck yeah.
Woo!
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Let me, we still got a minute before the ads are over. So how you feeling? Are you feeling good?
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing great.
Okay.
I think half body is just gonna be the better way to go with sitting down.
Oh yeah, that's fine. No worries. Don't worry.
I've kind of like messed with it for the first time, so.
That's okay. You know, I'm in half body. I'm only in half body because there's no point. Like, you can't see my legs anyway. So that's just me, though. I mean, I guess the guest has a disadvantage. You gotta, you know, you can also sit in the chair if you want. You have to take your hand, like your right hand, and you put it to the next to your face, and then you press trigger, and then you can turn chairs on, and then it automatically forces you to sit in the chair. Do you see the menu?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I see the chair height and.
Do you see where it says just chairs? You check it. It's like a check box, and then
just click on it.
Yeah, and then you look behind you, and you click the blue square that appears, and then boom, just like that. See, now you're sitting in the chair. See, it just works. You know.
Boom.
Yeah, boom, just like that. See?
I see.
Yeah. What's up, Lofty?
Yeah, I love that. I gotta have like a sitting crotch position, but that's fine.
Oh yeah, it's based off of your sitting position. in VR chat, which is a locomotion thing. So some people sit with, like, their legs crossed and stuff like that. It's just the way the avatar was set up. But anyway.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, let me see. What are those ads looking like? 20 seconds. I feel like 3 minutes is like forever, but hey, man, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's really not, though.
Yeah, it's how it be. Yeah, how it be. Yeah, what's up, Lofty? How you doing? Ad break over for me? No, I have a timer that tells me when it's over. Like, actually on Twitch. There we go. 3 minutes are up. Sick. Pog champion. Okay, so we're back from the ad break. So, on August 13th, 2022, you set a record for the most VTubers on screen at one time. What was this event and how did this happen?
Oh, goodness. Oh, my God. We haven't talked about that in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so when it was literally like a publicity stunt like type thing, but honestly, like it became this huge like thing. So at the time there was not officially a world record. And so I was like, you know what, this would be fun, like to actually do, like get a lot of people together. And so we literally set the most a record for the most VTubers on screen. It is literally being added to the 2024 edition of the Guinness World Records.
Damn. That's crazy.
I was there. And it took oh my God, so many so many friends helping to make it come true. Like, so basically what we did was like we had people join other people's rooms, and we had like 16 rooms. And then I had them send me their feed, and I put it all on my computer. So like I could hear my computer. It was like at 100% CPU like usage. It was like,
yeah,
but we got it. We got the screenshot. It was cool.
Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, that's awesome. You know, do you think you're ever gonna like do that again and try to go for like 400 or something or 500 next time?
Yes. So actually, later this year, I think we're gonna try again. We wanted to do something where we did it with Fall Guys, like, so instead of just like appearing and showing up on screen, there was like, you know, you could all do something like play a game and things like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it actually earlier in the year, but I had some sponsors reach out to me, so we decided to hold off until later this year, where we could really make it something like big and special.
Awesome. I look forward to it. Yeah,
I'm very excited.
Yeah. Why do you call your fans the R Army? I'm curious where that came from.
Oh my God, that actually came from my from one of my old mods. So my name is in Ara because I'm Elara, and so they like to always like mess around with my name. They'll call me like L Ara, like big L, you know, funny, haha.
Yeah.
And so it just became like a thing, and so we just became the R Army.
Okay. I mean, you know, it is a thing that people do in the VR chat land and VR and VTubers. They're always doing the RRs, and everybody's just, you know, subscribing and going wild and going crazy. They're like, I don't know I don't know what causes it, but everyone just turns into like monkey mode, you know? They start like screeching and be like, oh my God.
Yeah, the Unga Bunga.
Yeah, the Unga Bungas. Yeah. Lots of things are going on. Makes sense though.
Yeah, I had to take away my redeem because just everybody kept like redeeming it all the time. I'm like,
damn,
guys, like, I know Ada is like really like great and cute, but like, there's more than just Ada out there. Like, it's okay.
True. Yeah, there's so many other words you could use. You know, you call them cuties or like bakas. You know, there's so many different things you can say.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who is inspiring to become a VTuber?
The biggest advice I can tell you if you want to be a VTuber, like literally stop. Like wait 5 seconds before you invest a bunch of money in it. Find out if you want to be a content creator first and foremost. So
okay.
Always make sure that you stream a little bit. see if it's for you, right?
Yeah.
See if you want to make YouTube content. Like, don't just go out there and spend a bunch of money. Start with a PNG, build yourself up a little bit. If you find that you really love it, then spend the big bucks to be a VTuber. But that's always my biggest advice. If you want to be a VTuber, wait and see that you're passionate about it before you spend all this money.
Oh, absolutely. No, I can agree on that. I can agree on that. Because, like, I feel like a lot of people spend a lot of money, even on, you know, for me, like, VR models. Like, people spend thousands of dollars on something, and then they change their mind, and then, you know, or they go bankrupt, and they're just like, well, I quit my job to become a VTuber, or, for me, a VR chat person. And then they, like, be like, wow, I'm homeless. And I'm like, why did you spend 20 grand on this? Like, come on, you know, like, just ease into it, you know? Like, and you know what? Some creators are very popular and they use like Vroids, or models are like $10, or just a PNG, you know? You don't have to have a $10,000 super crazy, omega crazy avatar to be popular. Like
right.
Super crazy avatar doesn't always equal success. It's about your personality and content and, you know, what you're doing, you know? Because, like, a classic example.
I think a lot of people.
Go ahead.
Oh no, please go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, even unrelated to VTubing, there's people I've seen, like, in the just chatting section, or like Minecraft or something, where they'll have like $10,000 like computer setups. These are IRL people. Like, their setups, they got like crazy lights. They have like a $10,000 computer, like all the super crazy gaming room, and they get like one viewer. And they're like, why do I have one viewer? I literally have a 4090 and literally 3 computers. Like, what the heck? It's like, okay, like, no one cares. Like, you know, some of the biggest streamers have, like, you know, crappy setups. They literally live in a dungeon. I mean, look at Asmongold, you know, like, you think he has a $10,000 computer?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not. You can live in a basement or an attic and have more viewers. Like, it doesn't matter. It's more about your your content, you know, produce something, you know? So I think people forget, you know. Or just start small, you know, like you said. Just, you can get a Vroid for like cheap or under $100, or for free if you know what you're doing. You know, start small and just, it's a hobby. Yeah.
Yeah, never jump like awful in, because it's a lot to take in at once, and I don't want anybody to be like set up for failure, or like have like an expectation that they're going to be able to spend a lot of money and it's going to buy their way into you know, what they want to do. It never works that way. It never works that way.
Unless you're a millionaire, then I guess you just got money to burn, but that's not everybody.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little different, but sure.
Yeah, can I have a small loan of $1 million, anybody? Just small loan, like, come on.
A very, very small loan.
Yeah, small
loan. Very small.
Yeah. Why is Smash your favorite game, and what characters do you main?
So I actually started playing when one of my cousins took me to like a tournament one time. Like, I remember playing Brawl when I was like really like little. And so eventually, like, I went to this tournament. I just had like a lot of fun, and so I started playing it like more and more. And yeah, it just like became a thing. I just really liked the game, and I had a really great community like where I was from before I moved. And it just like, I don't know, it just felt like a family. So I really like the community that came from it. I still play, but I play online just because obviously it's kind of hard for me to go like IRL to stuff. But I like to play mostly like, I play mostly Isabel and Sora, but I play some other characters like here and there.
What's the current meta right now? Like, what are people main?
So the best character in the game is actually Steve from Minecraft.
What?
But he's pretty much, yeah, he's pretty much universally banned because he has some things that basically make him broken.
Damn you, Minecraft.
Like, you can't play around it. It's literally a glitch, yeah. So I would say the current meta is like Kazuya, Pyramithra, Joker. Those are more like the top tier characters.
Oh, okay. I thought everyone's like about the Fox, or am I just thinking about like 20 years ago, like Melee was a thing? Everyone's like, oh, Fox is the best character in the game.
Fox is still really good in Ultimate. No,
Okay.
Fox is amazing in Melee, but he's still really good in Ultimate. I think he's like considered a top tier.
Oh, okay. Okay. How did your Tiggle Biddy-thon go, and what in the Wheel of Suffering? It sounds like was there a lot of suffering going on?
Oh, it's still going on. Tomorrow is day 26. It never ends. It's been incredible though. Like I never expected so much. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
It kept sticking.
Gotcha.
I'm like, ah.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
I thought about eating it, but it's gone so much better than I ever anticipated. I'm so thankful for my community for all the support that they've given me through this, because I've never done one like this before. So yeah, it's been 26 days starting tomorrow. It actually has gone so long. I had to end up capping it. So Monday will officially be the last day of the Biddy-thon.
Okay.
Just because I'm going to be taking some days off to kind of recharge and things like that. I'm going out of the country, so I was like, all right, I got to cap it before I leave. Because if I come back and it's still going, I'm going to feel bad. They waited so long.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel that. I get you.
But yeah, it's been suffering. That's for sure. Like in a good way. I say that in a good way. It's just been like, it's really pushed me in a new direction.
Yeah,
and I've done a lot of things I never thought I would do, so it's been fun.
Yeah, I have my own Wheel of Pain in VR. Whenever someone gives me 1,000 bits, $10, or 3 gifted subs, and I landed on do a girl voice for 5 minutes. I think that was the biggest torture I've ever done in my life. Everyone's clipped it and shipped it and reminds me every day. I'm just like, that was a glitch in the Matrix. That wasn't me, dude. Yeah. It was an interesting time, but I don't do that during interviews because I'll just be weird. But I do it on my own stream. So tomorrow and past that, we're back to the Wheel of Pain, you know. But anyway,
I always love the wheels. They're so much fun.
Yeah. What is your biggest compliment someone has given you about you or about your content?
Biggest compliment somebody has given me, gosh. You know, I think the biggest compliment I ever got probably was actually from Nux.
Really?
Nux Taku gave me some, he gave me some props about some of my content, which I really appreciated. And we talked a little bit, and we're actually going to do something in the future together. So I'm like super stoked about that. So I feel like that was really
a gift for me. So
Taku's been really nice to me as well. He said some nice things. So I mean, it's just really like anytime somebody like compliments you on your content, like I think you take that to heart. But when it's like a really big creator that like knows what they're doing and has created just like some amazing like stuff, I think it just like really stands out to me. You get that like the like, oh man, like you're my homie, you gave me respect, like fist bump, you know.
Of course. Yeah, maybe we'll rekindle, you know, hanging out, talking to them. I'll be like, yo, what's up, bro? I'm here now, dude. Look at me, man. I'm a 2D. I'm in your realm now, dude.
Exactly.
I'll be like, don't send me to the Shadow Realm,
exactly.
though. I'm just here to stay. I'm here to get some drinks, you know. Do you have any questions for me? Because we're gonna start taking some chat questions and stuff. You don't have to. I always ask.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've been drilling you for an hour, so I'm curious if you have anything you want to know about me.
No, you're fine. I actually did have a question. Well, two questions really. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 2 questions.
Whoa, 2.
All right. So first question: what was the first model that you ever used when you started VR chat?
Oh God. The first model I ever used in this game was okay. So my first model was just a random VR chat model that nobody cares about. But if you want to know like the more real answer, which is like the one I actually uploaded, was the model. It was you know, Kenny from The Walking Dead, like the Telltale game. That was my first model in the game. It was not. I didn't make it. It was just something I ripped from the game and put into it, and then it was a character called Kenny K. Kona, so I would sound like a hillbilly redneck, and I would run around VR chat and be like, "What's up, brother? What's going on, man? I'm Kenny K. Kona. What's going on?" You know, I'll sound like I'm from the South or some shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I did that for like 2 years, and then
I love that.
And then at some point, I was like, man, I should be a hot anime girl, and then I did, and then here I am. Yeah.
That was a big brain move. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. It's the pipeline of VR. You know, you start in, you're like, wow, I'm a Giga Chat alpha male, and then you're like, wait, I'll be like a femboy twink, and then after that, you're like, oh, I'm a pretty girl, and then you know, now you have massive personality. It happens, you know. But I went from middle-aged hillbilly to hot redhead, so and it happens. Yeah.
It was a nice jump, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's not the only thing that jumped in my viewership. I'm like, whoop. I was like, oh, damn, I think they really like my personality now.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
What's your other question?
Oh yeah, second question. What actually got you into VR? Like, was there just a day you saw VR chat and you're like, I should try that out?
So how I got into VR was back in December of 2017, so that was nearly 5.5 years ago. And essentially what ended up happening was I browsed like Reddit specifically called Livestream Fail, which is not a Reddit that is very nice nowadays because it's full of drama, but essentially back in the day it used to be the go-to place for like fails. So anything that happened like funny, like I don't know, something funny happened on Twitch, it would be clipped and shipped there. And at the time in December of 2017, that person was PokeLols or Poke. He still streams to this day. He's one of the top like 100 streamers. But anyway, he was playing VR chat and streaming it. And his clips got posted there and also got posted to YouTube because I would subscribe to these YouTube channels that did compilation channels like top 10 Twitch fails of the day or whatever. And his clips would always be there. And I was like, what is this? Because the other clips are like Call of Duty and like PUBG car flips. So I was just like, what is this VR chat? Like, what? He's like talking to Bart Simpson and like random stuff's happening and people are making out. Like, what the hell? And there's like anime girls, like, and they're punching each other. Like, what the heck? So I started seeing that and I was like, this is crazy. This is like next level. Like, they're in VR. Like, they're actually like dabbing or doing whatever, you know?
Right.
So that's how I got into it, and I started watching like religiously like every day. And then December 10th 2017 is when I first booted up the game in desktop mode because I didn't have VR. And then I got addicted, played 6 to 8 hours a day, and then by the time it was January, so a month later, I got my first headset and I was like, whoa guys, whoa, it's pretty cool, dude. And you know, and then that's how I got into it. And now here I am, and now it's...
That's so cool.
Like I said, 5.5 years, 8 days from now would mark 5.5, and then becoming a 2D person probably by the end of the year. What a journey. So I'll be like 6 years into VR, and then be like, all right, it's time to go back to PC gaming, you know?
Exactly. You're like, all right, let's change it over a little bit.
Exactly. Do you have any other questions before we get to the chat questions, audience questions?
No, I'm ready for the chat questions.
All right, let me check the good old document here. Let me see. We have any questions? Oh, we do. Sick. So the first question here is from Gunbladder123. This is for Elara. Have you been to any VR clubs yet?
Yes, I have been to some VR clubs.
Oh, sick.
They were a lot of fun. I don't feel like I don't know, like.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cool, like, don't get me wrong. I don't know if there's, like, some kind of, like, super hype about them, but, yeah, I've been to a few.
Okay. Next question is from the Silent Lotus. What type of content do you maybe want to make compared to the usually stuff that you usually do currently?
Ooh, something new that I want to do. You know, I feel like I got to kind of explore that more recently because I'm more of a just chatting streamer, but I've been doing a little bit more gaming. I've been playing like Elden Ring and Dark Souls. I've been playing like Beat Saber and things like that. So I feel like that was something I really wanted to try out and go from the norm.
Yep.
That I was able to do a little bit more recently. So really, I just say like gaming. I'm not like a huge gamer except for Smash.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely that.
So no Street Fighter 6 just came out.
Oh my god, I'm not very good at like classic like fighting games.
Okay.
I'm more like the platform. So
All right.
I might still play it a little bit, but I probably won't like get like super deep into it. Now, I will say this though. One thing that I did try recently with one of my friends, which got like a lot of positive feedback, so I'm thinking about doing it again, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
Oh hell.
And
yeah.
I don't really know a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh, but like everybody was like really excited to watch me play, so I'm like,
You can ask.
I might try it again. We'll see.
You can ask Mim about it. You can challenge them and send them to the shadow.
Yeah,
realm.
yeah.
Summon Exodia.
Yeah, no, I know Mim is like amazing at it. Actually, I had Junk teach me how to play.
Okay, nice.
And I know Junk's like if you don't know Junk, he does like he does a really good like
VR chat too. Like 4 years, 5
oh
years
yeah,
ago.
no,
Yeah.
he told me yeah, he's still got like a VR model. He does like a lot of like the Joey Wheeler stuff like for when it's for the impressions. He does Joey Wheeler.
Oh, the Brooklyn. I understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got you. Nice. Hopefully that goes well. Maybe I'll play some Yu-Gi-Ohs. I used to play like 15 years ago in real life, but that was a long time ago. Now they got like, God, they got like XYZ cards and synchro summons, and you're like, what is happening, man? What's all these black and white cards, and there's blue cards, and there's, what the heck's going on in this game now? And like half the cards have like two
I didn't even
essays.
know what was going on to begin with.
Yeah, most cards got like 3 paragraphs and like super small like print. You can't even read it. And then I'm like, yo, stop what you're doing, bro. I don't know if you're cheating, bro. I gotta look at your cards, bro. What is this? And they summon like 16 monsters. Like, you're like, what the hell? What's going on here, man? What the, back in my day, you summon the monster and you call it a day, man. Nowadays, they got like 15 special summons, man. Every card is like orange. Back in the day, you know, what the heck?
Yeah, I literally have no idea what was going on to begin with when I started playing. So it's all new to me. It's all fresh to me.
I feel that. What is a memorable interaction you had with VTubers, be it on stream or social media?
Oh gosh. I mean, hanging out with Zentrea was like by far like the biggest one. Talking to Vienna, talking to Shy Lily. I think those are all like bigger ones for me. That was pretty notable that I really enjoyed. Gosh, I'm trying to think of one that just like really stood out to me like above all else, but it's hard to say. I've just gotten to work with so many like amazing people. I think one that really meant a lot to me was getting to hang out with Ellie for the first time. Speaking of hot redheads, and she she was always kind of an inspiration to me when I started, and I remember the first time I got to hang out with her and like collab. It was really special, and yeah, I think that will always stand out to me as a very special moment.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, those are all solid picks, honestly. I mean, damn, maybe one day I'll meet some of them, you know? I'll be like, hey, Ellie, you want to meet up? I'm a hot redhead too, you know? Smile, winky face, nudges at you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like, when you messaged me, I almost thought for a second, I was like, is that Ellie? Like, I can
Ellie
tell
if
from,
they
like,
were,
the Twitter, like, thing.
I'm Ellie if they were an interviewer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like if Ellie was like good and not like robbing people, like
oh, shit. Listen,
in an alternate timeline.
You don't know my alter ego. I mean, shit. I used to roleplay in VR, and I was a mechanic, and I would rob people. So I mean, shit. You know, not that far away.
Yeah, hey yo.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
I gotta do what I gotta do. You know. Next question we have here is from Tumsky. They asked the host, which is me. They said, what made you want to be a late night talk show host? Well, long story short, back in the old days of like 4 years ago, I wanted to always wanted to run like a talk show or a news thing in VR chat. But when I pitched the idea to, at the time I was in a Twitch team, I pitched the idea in like some group meetings. Nobody cared. They're just like, bro, I don't care, man. And I was like, oh, I cry, one tear down my cheek. Until one day, I met a person in 2019 by the name of Wife of Delivery Service, or Ladle, in VR. And I pitched the idea to them, and they said, "Oh, that's a pretty cool idea." And then her and I ran a talk show together. It was called The Ladle Show. And she was the host, and I was the co-host. And the show was very successful. It was like on the top like 5 for VR specifically, for like in VR chat.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was a really, really big show. It only lasted like 5 or 6 months, and then it got canceled. And then once it got canceled, people started telling me like, "Hey, that show was cool. You know, when you should just run your own show, Rebel. Like, you know, like why don't you just do your own show, man?" So I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know." And then I did, and here I am 3.5 years later, still running my own show, doing almost 300 episodes. So it's a long story short. I got into it because I wanted to do it like 5 years ago. No one wanted to help me with the idea because I didn't know how to make worlds and avatars or anything. So it took about a year before it became an actual thing with a different person, and then I helped run their show, and then I ran my own show. And then the big idea here is to take my show from 3D, which I've had for 3 years, and then take it to the 2D space, and then interview VTubers and IRL people and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's the idea.
You'll have an easier time in 2D for sure.
Absolutely.
Like all of this is just so amazing. Like live 2D, you can still do some cool stuff with the OBS to like do zoom ins and things like that, but it will never be like as expansive as this is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, like, to get a VTuber on, I just call them on Discord, green screen them in a virtual camera, and it takes like 15 seconds. I mean, damn. Compared to VR chat, it's like you gotta get VR, you gotta get a model, you gotta do all these things, and people are like, "I ain't got time for that." And I'm like, damn, I cry. But next, this is really a question, more like a statement. We got Real Rocky Solid saying, "Elara, Elara, Elara, are you an eel?" Is that an inside joke? Are you an eel?
Oh my god. Okay, so my community likes to call me Elara instead of Elara, and I have an eel model too. Oh, so I guess I am an eel. I mean, what can I say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, I have a very electrifying personality.
I get you. That's funny. This is from Gunbladder123. This is for Elara. Do you find doing Twitch easier than YouTube or harder?
With streaming, I would say that YouTube is like way easier. They don't have a lot of the same type of like plugins and emojis and supports that Twitch has, but building a community and building subscribers and things like that all on YouTube is way harder than just about any social media. Now, don't get me wrong, Twitch is horrible for like discoverability.
Oh yeah.
But I do feel like that it's easier to funnel people over to your Twitch than it is to your YouTube. So I think YouTube is the hardest to grind on.
I think YouTube is about over time. Because you make a video and even 10 years later, you can still get viewers and subscribers from it. So you have to like make content on a regular basis. Well, Twitch, you only exist as long as you stream. The moment you shut off your stream, you're not going to get any viewers. Live. Yeah, like if you're live, that's where you grow. If you're not live, then you don't grow. Twitch is, you know, I always try and tell people, try to do multiple things. You know, try to do YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, do everything and funnel it into like a Discord, and then use your Discord to advertise your Twitch when you go live, and YouTube videos and Twitch and Twitter and whatever else you got going on. Because like people just focus on Twitch and then they never succeed. Like, why do I do that? Why am I not famous? And I'm like, because you only do Twitch. Make some YouTube videos, make some shorts, make some TikToks, yeah?
You have to. You absolutely have to. If you were not creating content everywhere, just like you said, you will not be successful. You not create something that's gonna last.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you have to diversify your content. You have to diversify your content.
Yeah. We got a Real Rocky Solid. Should I clean my sink? Yeah, you probably should, dog. Clean your sink, dude. No more stinkies.
Yeah, see, clean your sink, like.
Yeah, come on, man. I know, gross. So, does anyone in the audience here have any questions? I know some of them literally were typing in there, but any other peeps? Anybody? Fallen, what's your question? Let me broadcast his voice. Yeah, what's your question, Fallen?
What? I have a question. Where do you see yourself from like 5 to 10 years from now?
Gosh, that is an amazing question. I'm so glad that you asked that. So for me, in 5 to 10 years, that's why I've been trying to create more evergreen content, especially with more my guide videos and things like that. I feel like a lot of creators are very entertainment based, which is wonderful, right?
Yep.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But in 5 or 10 years, is your brain going to be able to hold up in the long term, right?
Mm-hmm.
Normally when we create content or we think about content, there's kind of like two like big categories. There's like entertainment and education. And so you'll always find with the education people, those videos that are evergreen, that they remain there forever and they always continue to build. Even if it's slow, right? It always keeps going. So my hope is in the next 5 to 10 years is not only to keep doing what I'm doing, but continue to grow within the educational content, whether it's advancements in live 2D or even advancements in 3D, continuing to educate people on that. Also, I've been a part of a few cons, and I'm actually going to be a part of a really big one coming up. I'm sorry, I can't tell you which one it is, but
okay.
Going to cons and continuing to educate people on what VTubing is, but also like how they can get started, and even how you can get started for free. So education is just so important to me, and helping other people out, that it's something I want to continue to do and grow. And I feel like everybody's going to need that forever. Like being an expert on something that people want to get into, I feel like is so powerful, right? So many people want to be a VTuber, but it's not so easy, like we were talking about a little bit earlier. So I hopefully want to be that resource and that person that you can always come to, that is able to help you get started.
Wow.
Yeah, you got the best answer right there, man. I mean, for me, you've heard.
I'm sorry, I laid
no,
so much
it's good.
information on you.
No, you should never apologize for telling your inspirations and your dreams and you know, accomplishments and what you want to do. You know, it's better than just saying I don't know. You know what I mean? Like if you said like I don't know what I'm gonna do in 10 years, I'm gonna be like, oh okay, damn.
Well, like when I talk to people, I guess I'm like this. I don't know, like. I've had this conversation with other people, and a lot of creators are just kind of like, oh, you know, I just want to be a VTuber for a while and have fun, and that's great, right?
Yeah.
When I started like wanting to become a VTuber, my whole thought process in the beginning was like, okay, how can I make this a career? Because this is something that I want to do for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think that I'm ever going to be like Iron Mouse level, right? And that's okay. I'm totally okay with that. But how can I make the most out of something that I want to do, which is helping other people? And it just kind of fell into place for me. And I know that this is something that I can do for a long time.
Makes sense, yeah. I mean, for me, I just want to, you know, get into the VTubing stuff, you know, go live 2D. I mean, it's already pretty clear what I want to do. Just interview people, have fun, play some video games, you know. But that's, you know, I'm already doing what I'm going to be doing. I don't know what I'm going to do in 10 years. I'll be like 37. I'm going to be like, I don't know, hopefully still trucking along, doing something. You know, I'm just gonna be interviewing people. I don't know.
Hard.
You know,
it's hard sometimes to like answer that.
If the question is like, where do you see yourself in 1 year? I'll be like, yeah, I'll be a VTuber. I'll be popping off. I'll be interviewing all your homies. You know, 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be, you know, I'll be hooked up like Sword Online. I'll be like, yo, I'm in the future, man. I'm in the metaverse, bro.
No.
Yeah, Neuro linked up. I don't know. I only know what's happening next year. Anything beyond that's a little out of my reach. Anybody else in the audience? Anybody else before we wrap up? Gunbladder? Yo, what's up, man? What's your question, dog?
What up?
Oh, well.
I have a question. My question is, do you feel that your background in being a video editor helped you start out VTubing and making content?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So not only was I more familiar with like VTubers and just like haha funny memes in general, but I was able to like edit my own content, right? And so I kind of was like, I got a jump start on like the end of like the first boom of VTubers. Also like kind of like the golden age of TikTok. So that's how I really blew up and like got big really fast, was just honestly TikTok, and just really nice edited videos, just something that kind of like really stood out, I think really made a difference. And then once I started investing more into like my YouTube content, being able to edit and just kind of like look at things in a, I don't know, like through a content creator's lens a little bit more, I think really did help quite a bit. So a lot of people ask me like when they reach out to me and they're like, I need help. I'm like, what you need to do like is literally take one day out of your life. It's not hard, and learn how to video edit. Just learn how to use DaVinci Resolve for very simple cuts and edits, very minor effects. It will take your content from here to here in the smallest a bit of effort. Video editing is so powerful, and it's also going to save you like buku's amounts of money, because if you want to be a successful content creator, you need a good video editor, right? But if you can do that and you can save that money, you can put that money into something else, like promoting your brand, or you know, creating a new model, or anything else that you want to. So learning how to video edit is just super powerful.
Damn.
Thank you.
True and real. I mean, you're not wrong. I used to make videos like 10 years ago. I was a YouTuber for 5 years, and I did face cam stuff. So like that type of experience from all those years ago, I literally use every day. Like, and whenever I make like a video for Twitter or something, or just, I don't know, when I plan on doing more YouTube stuff or shorts or TikToks or whatever, like it's all from the knowledge I learned from 10 years ago. And people are just like, how do you do that? I'm like, because I learned, man. I looked that up, man. You know, practice makes perfect. People are like, but I don't know how to edit. And I'm like, look it up, man. Type in how to edit, and then you watch, I don't know, a bunch of people. They'll tell you how to like set up OBS and how to stream and everything. I mean, dog, you gotta learn. Okay, I'll tell you right now. Okay, you can't be spoon-fed your entire life. Okay, you're no longer a baby and mommy's giving you the spoon with the food on it. Okay, now you have to feed yourself and be able to make videos. That's how life works. You know, that's what separates the babies from the men.
You have to go by yourself to YouTube and look up how to edit a video. Like, I know it's hard. I know it's hard, guys, but go to YouTube and learn how to edit a video. Like, and like, it always blows my mind when I think about like video editing, because to me, it's always been like part of my life. But when I step away from it, I'm like, wow, so many people don't know how to video edit. And so like my most popular YouTube videos are like things have to do with like model, like alterations and video editing. Because it's just like something people just really think is like, you know, way up here. It's impossible to like do. It's really not. It's so simple. It's like, I don't know, like it's like learning how to ride a bicycle. If you can learn how to ride a bicycle, I promise you, you can learn how to video edit. It's so simple.
Makes sense. Yeah, I believe it. 100%. How to video edit teaches you how to do anything. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I do photo shoots for fun for Twitter and for my Discord. Like, it's the same thing. I convince my friends to get into taking photos of themselves, because I mean, you know, it's a life lesson to learn how to take photos, how to take videos, and you apply that knowledge, and then you know, never know, maybe the next big VTuber or content creator. You know, I'm helping them out, find them true selves. You know, sometimes you just want to take sexy photos and post to Twitter. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time.
Absolutely. Go look at my timeline.
Yeah, look at my timeline. Every Wednesday is a Wiggle Wednesday. You gotta shake those hips, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, my mom always told me, if you got it, flaunt it. I don't think she meant by me being a hot anime girl, but I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what she meant.
Oh, exactly.
You just didn't know it yet.
I just didn't know it yet.
You just didn't know it yet.
Makes sense. So, is there anything else you'd like to discuss or mention? Because we're going to be wrapping up next couple minutes here.
I feel like you asked like all the big like questions for things that I do.
Nice.
I don't really think so. I mean, we talked about the biddy-thon, like tomorrow's date, what, 25 or 6? I lost count.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just really excited to keep going. It's been so fun.
Absolutely. If you'd like to, you know, tell everyone one last time, like, where can they find you on your Twitch, your Twitter, your YouTube, your TikToks, all that jazz. This is the time for you to shout yourself out, or I can do it for you, you know?
Woo! Yeah, no, everything is just either Elara or Elara VTuber. So I think you know where my Twitch is. It's just Elara.
Mm-hmm.
You can find Elara VTuber over on my YouTube. And yeah, I make educational content. If you ever need any help or anything, like, just hop in my Discord. Like, please shoot me a message. I'm always willing to help you out. Especially if you just need like some resources or just like have a quick question. Like, we're all in this together, right? Like, as creators, like,
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to feel like I'm gonna like take my secret knowledge and just like keep it all to myself. Like no, like everybody deserves help and everybody deserves love. And if you need help with something, then I want to be the person to help you.
Absolutely. Well, can we get a round of applause? Thank you so much, Elara, for the interview tonight. I really do appreciate it. Check out their Twitch at twitch.tv/Elara, E-L-A-R-A, Elara. Check out their YouTubes, their TikToks, their YouTubes, their, what do you call it, the Twitters, the TikToks, Instagrams, everything. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody.
I'm all there.
Yeah, all of it, everything. Appreciate it. Go check them out when they continue their biddy-thon day 26. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone in the audience. I appreciate it. I love you. We're going to go raid somebody.
Woo!
Ooh, I can unmute now.
Let's go. You
will...
no longer have to be invisible.
Yeah.
True. Let's raid Miyoshi at Point Diablo 4.